Assalamu alaikum. So here I am with Ali Arshad, and Ali's done a great job in helping some of our residents from the UK get back from Pakistan, and we're just here to provide some advice to some of the people that are stranded here in Pakistan, and also those that are looking for their loved ones to come back sooner than later. So Ali, can you tell us about your Facebook page that you've got set up?
Assalamu alaikum, guys. So thanks to a couple of people, Tabassum, Maj, for mobilising the page and getting some content on there as well. Not only that, but there was a whole lot of entries from people that had some useful information that that they were able to share. So it's the British Pakistanis stranded abroad. The page has been useful for a whole series of us to be able to provide information on what's available, what airlines are flying back, what airlines are not really doing much for the customers, and what the British government and the advice that they're offering.
Okay, so what was that page called again? British Pakistanis.
Let me give you the exact name of the page.
Okay.
It would help if I knew the name of the page. Brits stranded in Pakistan.
So Brits stranded in Pakistan. So if you want to see all the latest information, go on Facebook, Brits stranded in Pakistan. So which flights are going out of Pakistan at the moment then, Ali?
As it stands, Qatar Airlines are flying some flights from a fair few days ago. PIA have put some flights on as well from the 28th. They are limited flights. There are additional flights, however, so do keep an eye out there because this changes every couple of hours or so. So realistically, Emirates, they've absolutely shown no support towards their customers whatsoever. Neither has Oman Air. Some of the others that you may well have flown with, you know yourself whether they've been of any use. But definitely keep an eye out for Qatar Airlines and PIA.
Okay, and what can Brits expect to pay if they're going to be looking to rebook some flights with Qatar or PIA?
PIA, I'm not too sure what was the cost. I think it started from £800, so it could be upwards, but circa £800 is the expectation. Qatar have been rather unscrupulous. We expect to pay from £1,300 all the way up to £2,700. But what I would urge you to do is check with your travel insurance provider, to check with your bank to see if you've got one of these advantage accounts where you're covered, and also check with your home insurance as well, just to see if there's a possibility that you may well have an additional benefit. Do not take at face value the advice given by your banks. Customer service is out of the window. Do not take at face value whatever advice that there is. If you've taken an insurance policy and somebody tells you from the provider that you don't have cover, do explore further. There is a lot of dishonesty going on at the moment, whether it's the airline providers, depending on who it is you're trying to book with, they're charging over the odds, they're charging additional payments when you actually get to the port of call, whether it's Islamabad or Lahore. And so are the banks as well. The banks are falling back upon third-party insurance claim handling companies who, unless you ask all the right questions, if you ask the basic question of, am I covered? They'll probably say to you, no, you're not. Do not take their word at face value. You may well be covered. Remember, customer service at the moment is out of the window with your banks, with the insurance providers, with the airlines.
Okay, cool. So obviously, people wanting to fly back, they can expect to pay some big amounts for their tickets. What advice have you got for people that are still stranded in Pakistan? What can they be doing?
Keep an eye out on both PIA and Qatar's scheduling online directly. I mean, if you do have a member of the family or a friend who's an agent and you can trust them, by all means use them. But again, I would only recommend that if you know them personally. Thereafter, you can actually book online, so definitely keep an eye out. There's flights coming up and there's flights cancelling all the time. We're booked to fly on Sunday morning with Qatar to Heathrow. Initially, when we had a look, there was no flights going out to Manchester. At the moment, there's some flights going out to Manchester. But do expect to pay around £1,400, maybe even more. But again, the important thing here is to have a look to see where you're covered thereafter. The ones that you flew in with, chances are they're just going to give you a voucher to cover the missed flights. Will there be any repatriation flights from the UK government? We don't know. They've got 1 million people to try and get back to the UK. In case there is a complete shutdown on the airports, both in and out in the UK, which there is a possibility, you know. So don't sit back. If you've got somebody who you're looking after back in the UK, if you've got medication and you're going to run out of that medication over here in Pakistan and you need to get back, I would urge you to get people in the UK, friends and family, sons and daughters in the UK, to keep an eye out on your behalf. Whatever the earliest possibility is for you to get back, do so. You know, don't delay it. But again, it is within means. If you know you don't have an insurance policy and you're not going to cover it, then I would, and the flights are expensive, then I would say hold on. Because there should be some repatriation. But there is a bit of a grey area, there is a bit of a doubt. You've all contacted your MPs, they've given you the same sort of information that the government has actually provided to the MPs to give to you. What the MPs have said is if there's individual cases of health-related issues, then do contact them highlighting these issues.
Okay, cool. So, so what's the difference between booking between a agent and going direct? Is there any advantage for some of our viewers, or should they just try all options?
Historically, you go through an agent to try and get a decent deal. As it stands right now, people are panicking. On the back of that, anybody who's panicking is ready to believe anything positive. Now, the one thing that I realise with people over here is they're very convincing. So I just need people to be careful if they are going to go through an agent. They may, because there's flights all over the place, there's flights cancelled, there's flights being put on, there's flights that are due to go out that get cancelled. If you're going through an agent, they may well be taking advantage of all of this misinformation and the misunderstanding, and there may not be a flight. So it's really important that you do check it yourself, and ideally fly with a carrier direct. The multinational organisations, there's more of a safeguard in place. The ones over here, they're not IATA or ABTA accredited. What will you do if you paid your money to somebody who is not going to deliver upon the goods?
Okay, so that concludes our interview then. So we've given some really good travel advice for our viewers, for them to make sure that they're contacting their travel companies, the agents, or even going direct to the different airlines. And for more advice, join the Facebook page at Brits Stranded in Pakistan, I think.
Brits Stranded in Pakistan.
Brits Stranded in Pakistan. Join there. So, Ali, if anyone's got any specific questions, are they able to post on there and get a response back?
Of course they can. There's loads of people on there. Group members, alhamdulillah, they are helping. Nobody is taking the mick on that page. I'm aware of various other groups. People are just, I don't know, but everybody on that page is very responsible. Alhamdulillah. Thank you very much for being responsible.
Yeah, so this is not a joke, this is serious. There's lives at cost here, and obviously there's a lot of people that want to get back to loved ones, get back to their medicine, and make sure that they stay safe. Whilst you're here in Pakistan, make sure you're doing social isolation. This is as far as we've got to outdoors. Ali's sporting his new mask there.
If you do go out there, if you do go shopping, it's not just about the mask. The mask, again, do not keep on wearing it all the time. You know, especially if you've got the surgical masks that don't have any of this and they're not washable, because germs love warmth, and you know, you're going to breed it when you take it off. You're going to end up causing more issues that way. Only wear it if you're going to go out there, away from the family, away from your household, if you're going to go out shopping. Now, bearing in mind, it's not just the mask, okay? You know, COVID-19 lives on surfaces, on different surface types, up to 19 hours. So it's really important that, you know, you don't touch surfaces any additional to what you need to touch, i.e. the products that you're buying and the bag. And when you get back in, please wash your hands, you know, thoroughly. Whatever the ruling is for washing the hands, I'm not going to give that guideline. But it's not just about
regularly.
Regularly as well, yes.
There we go. Thank you very much. Have a great day, everyone. Stay safe. Allah Hafiz.